to look at viewership numbers or what trends. Yeah, I think him doing that is a bad move, and I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm not saying that to be mean. I think that he shouldn't have done that because it's not gonna be what he thinks, and he's gonna look really stupid when he gets that paycheck on the 21st, and it's not as much as he's really thinking it is gonna be. But hey, power to him.
I'm gonna have a great time watching back and seeing what the hell happens with this movie. But anyway, yeah, I may or may not try to get some videos out before I'm done with this whole PC thing. I'm still waiting on my graphics card. I did not know what the fucking market for graphics cards was like. It's a really cutthroat business, man. This has been the craziest thing. Like, the craziest purchase that I've ever had to make. This has been the hardest purchase, the hardest thing to actually get in my hands that I've ever had to make. Like, this is ridiculous for me to have spent the money and Ben had the money and just can't seem to get this shit here on time. It's wild. But anyway, yeah, man, very exciting times ahead. We're going to be back very soon with some discussions. That Superman trailer was so ass, man. Unoriginal, dumb.
But if it was Zack Snyder, it would be undisputed that it was amazing. You see what I'm saying? This is why I have an issue. I don't care if people like James Gunn's Superman Legacy trailer or not. You guys have every right to shit on it just as much as everyone has a right to like it. Just don't tell people that, oh, you know that shit's trash, but they like it. People like what they like. Some people like trash, and to them it's gold. Who cares? If I was Zack Snyder, I'd have a restraining order against these unstable weirdos, this unstable widow. His obsession is honestly, I think he's dangerous. I'm telling you, one of these days, I called it many years ago. One of these days is going to get to a point where somebody is going to get hurt over this bullshit. Superman looks fine. No, it doesn't. Oh, you know why? Because Skiiwalker the Jedi said so. He said it's ass, so you all have to think it's ass. Literally what he said. You think it looks like shit, so I guess everybody has to now think it looks like shit. Y'all know it's ass. Y'all know it's a shit movie. That's what he's saying. Y'all know it's not true. Y'all are just fucking fluffing James Gunn. That's what he wants you to think. That's what he's telling people. That's what we just watched. And now, I know they're going to catch wind of this because every time I talk about these fucking fools, somebody goes back and dry snitches on me, right? Somebody goes back and dry snitches to start some shit. Bring it on. Now they're going to say, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Why does she keep talking about this? She's just jealous because I could quit my job and work for full time and she can't. I know exactly what they're going to say. They're predictable as fuck. And like I said, I just proved in this stream that they do nothing but fucking lie, right? Because people still bringing up shit that is a fucking lie. People still bringing up shit that's a lie. Thank you, Tony, for bringing it up, but that shit was all fucking not true. That shit was all not true. They live off conspiracy theories. And they put the conspiracy theories out there like they're fucking facts. That's why I have a problem. I don't care if y'all want to come up with conspiracy theories. I never have. But let's keep it real. At least have the fucking conspiracy theories be in a realm of a little bit of reality. And let's not fucking lie about people. Like, here's another story for y'all. You know these fucking clowns? We were watching it live. This was on Matt Jarbel's stream a long time ago because they were talking about this shit and we were having a little laugh at them, right? So somebody went in their chat. We were watching live. Somebody went in their chat and used my name. Okay? They used my name. They used my picture. And they went in the chat and started talking shit. Right? And I was watching this live on the stream, laughing my ass off because it definitely wasn't me. And you know how you could tell it was me? Because you see how these people have these wrenches next to their names? Do you know what these people can do when they want to see somebody's account? They have to click on your name and it brings you to their page. Okay? Really simple. All they had to do was have one of their mods confirm if that was actually my account. Okay? At the time, I had 2,000 something subscribers, right? That channel was definitely made on that day, right? Because I looked it up. It was made that night. I found the channel and I laughed because I said, all y'all had to do was click on that account, have one of your mods click on it to see if it brought you back to this channel. And that next to it, it said 2,000 something subscribers. Because if it did, you would have known that wasn't actually me. And then they made up some bullshit saying, well, she's blocked. She made another account. Why the fuck, if I am blocked? Number one, I never, ever went onto their channel on another account except that night. That night I did. I went on that channel called Tempest, right? I had another account and it was called Tempest. And when I saw that, I logged into Tempest and I went into the chat and I said, why don't you guys just check that account to see who it belongs to? See if it goes back to her channel. And they did not do that. Okay? That was the one and only fucking time I ever went to Skiiwalker's chat and channel and put anything in there. But again, the lie sounds better than the truth because they want people to fucking hate me. They want people not to listen to me because I'm calling their asses out. I'm challenging them. They don't want anyone to come here and be like, wow, this chick kind of makes sense. She's crazy, but she makes sense. I'm unsubscribing. Right? But all they had to do was check that account to verify when the account was made and that it was actually my account, right? But then they were like, oh, but we blocked her from the channel. I'd never been to that channel. So they had to come to my channel and blocked me so I couldn't type anyways, which I didn't know regardless because, again, I've never been on their channel on this account, right? And that was the bullshit they put out there that they're like, well, she would have made an account. If I wanted to make it, why would I make an account using my name if I wanted to say something? If I knew that I was going to get immediately yeeted, I would never do that. That's fucking dumb. You're giving much credit to idiots. It's not even that they're idiots. They know what the fuck they're doing. They know what the fuck they're doing. They're just mad that I also know what they're doing and I'm calling it out. Because now I'm getting people to question things, right? Like Tony in the chat. He watches Skiiwalker. He's cool over there. That's fine. But he's never heard the other side of this fucking stories that they've been telling for years. 2 years ago, you guys deleted somebody's fucking super chat. Not true. Super chat's still there. When was it deleted? When was it deleted? I showed proof it wasn't deleted. That was a lie. They told people that me and RJ and Dave the film junkie and fucking Grace Randolph of all people orchestrated the Twitter spaces to attack them. That wasn't true either. The film junkie didn't even talk in that Twitter spaces. He was muted. He was a listener. Grace Randolph never showed up in the fucking Twitter spaces. That is a fucking lie. That Twitter spaces is still up on RJ's Twitter account. Go back and fucking listen. Go back and watch it. See who was in that. See for yourselves. See who was talking in that Twitter spaces. Grace Randolph never made an appearance. So that was a fucking lie. That was a fucking lie. The only thing that fucking happened, that fucking I remember, is Skiiwalker's Jedi freaking out that Review Tech USA was in the spaces and was talking in the spaces. And he's like, why is Review Tech USA here? Oh my God. How did they know Review Tech USA? Because he was my friend. He is my friend, and he saw me in a Twitter spaces that had hundreds of people listening, and he got curious, so he clicked in and listened in. And because he's Review Tech USA, he requested to speak, so we let him speak. And he had nothing really to contribute because he had no fucking idea what was going on. But Grace Randolph never was there. But they say that shit, and everyone wants to run with it. I've had people who literally were cool with me, been on streams with me, literally believing their bullshit about that fucking story about me banning people. Yeah, Drago, I'm talking to fucking you. I'm talking to you, Drago. Where I literally watched you when I was having a fucking conversation, right? And you were getting on me saying, well, you only go after the Snyder fans. I never see you go after the James Gunn fans. I have. When I've seen it. But you know what? I saw more of Zack Snyder people talking and saying the crazy shit, so I'd call them out. I didn't see a lot of James Gunn people, but hey, point me in the direction. I'll call them out right now. right? And then what did it happen? Drago responded to a comment saying, this is the same person. That used to be Saggy Melon. She was the one that was banning people from the AFSP charity stream with Zack Snyder. And Drago said, oh my God. Oh my God, I never knew that. Hold on. Hold my beer, guys. Hold my fucking beer. Let's go back to some receipts because I'm all for the fucking receipts now. Let's go back to that stream. Let's go back to that stream.